Hey folks, welcome back. And I didn't want to make a video today, but Minimal Audio just came out here with this plugin called Squash. It's an easy to use over-the-top style compressor, and I know a lot of people watching my videos like these kind of compressors because it's perfect for dubstep and drum and bass and all that stuff, right? It has a certain sound to it. Sometimes you need it on drums if you want to produce in these kind of styles. And this one here is completely free to download. And it's easy to control because you have just one knob here to change the tone and the depth, and you have a mix knob down here at the bottom. So the interesting part for me was first, the mix knob is not a mix knob, it's more like an amount knob. So you change the applied settings or the applied values to the gains of these bands and compressor settings and so on. So you don't end up with these weird phasing issues, right? Where you mix a completely dry signal with a band splitted signal. And you get these weird phasing issues, right? You don't have this here. The dry and wet knob is basically an amount knob. In my opinion, they should rename this to amount and call it a day. So then here it says ODT reimagined, and the big difference is that this one uses 4 bands instead of 3 bands with the classical OTT preset from Class in Ableton Live, and also the OTT VST by Xfer. I think this one is also free. Then here it says it's not another clone under the hood of 4 bands of dual compression that range from pristine enhancement to extreme over-the-top styles. And it's really extreme sometimes, right? You can really dial in, you know, big compressor sound with this. So it's, yeah, heavy compressor, basically. It's not for subtle changes or anything like that. I want to show you how it sounds here in Bitwig. I have addictive drums running here. I put the mix here to 0%, so it doesn't affect the sound at all. And then I bring in here just a mix knob. You can hear it's already pretty drastic in change, right? It's not a subtle compressor. This is over the top, right? Oh, it actually sounds like a dry and wet mix. So I'm probably wrong with this here with the amount knob. It sounds like they do band splitting for the dry and the wet signal, and then they mix these two together so you don't end up with the phasing signal. I don't know. So this is how it sounds here on these addictive drums. I show you here the dry signal for a moment. Yeah, so the depth more or less changes the compressing, how much you want to compress the signal. And the tone is some kind of EQ setting. On, let's not say EQ, it's probably more like changing the gain of the bands. And I show you what exactly happens here. With the EQ analyzer. So let's use this one here. Use phase. That is generator, okay. So you can see already here we have phase inversions, or let's say phase shifts here at these positions, 3 positions. So we have 1 band, 2nd band, 3rd band, 4th band. We can't change the position of these band splittings or band splitters, but it's okay. It's just a free light plugin. You probably have to use the fuse compressor if you want to change this, but I'm totally fine with the splitting here. When we disable Squash, we get rid here of the phase shifts, of course. When we bring it back in, phase shifts are back. Then we use here the wet signal, bring in the compressed signal. You can see it drastically changes here the volume, right? there is no compensation here for the output gain, but we can use here tool device in the output here in Bitwig, right? So bring it back down. And you can see it applies a very heavy EQ curve. You can also see here the peaks of the band splitters a bit here, this one, right, and this one. So with the tone, left and right, you can slightly change the EQ curve. And yeah, the more we compress then here with the depth, you can see the low end goes up. So yeah, this is what happens. And the mix knob here, wet and dry, applies a bit of phase shift here at certain positions. So this is how it works. This is how it looks like. It's a very simple plugin. We can also change here the window size or the sizing or the scaling of the plugin. We can change the frame rate. We can use OpenGL here for the visuals, oversampling off 2 times, 4 times. Yeah, pretty dope actually to have this for free. I'm probably gonna use this here in the near future and try it out on all kinds of different sounds. Yeah, so I want to show you this. The link is in the description below. Maybe actually try this here also on this bass sound I prepared. Maybe put a peak limit at the end here. Maybe also interesting to modulators, huh? Let's use a random modulator here, just for the fun. Tone and depth. Use a different one. Kind of works. Okay, so the link is in the description below, so you can try it out for yourself. It doesn't cost anything. I think it's a great tool to have. Yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Leave a like, leave a subscription. See you next time. Bye.